Now, what do you think the number one issue for your customer and your customer and your customer and your customer and your customer? If I had have had people less intelligent than you, they would have said the number one issue for my client is price. And I would have said that is so far away from the truth. Here's 2 bottles of beer. One's $1 and one's $4. Which one do you want? So here, you have the $1, I'll have the 4. We'll drink them together. And they go, oh, but they know there's a problem. They know there's a problem. So I say, by the way, if you look at the small writing underneath, it says this bottle has been left in the weather for the last 3 years. It's warm and has no bubbles left. Mine's $4, but it's cold. It's icy cold. And that froth as it goes down, let me tell you, it doesn't even reach the stomach. It just seems to evaporate in the throat. You know that first one? It's so juicy. But I hope you're enjoying your warm, stale one. Because you thought price was, and people in business, you are geniuses. Because there are so many people who would say to me, it's all about price, it's all about price. Everyone wants to worry about the money. When you're focusing on that, you've forgotten your customers, your process, and thinking. I think Bob Proctor says 95% of people would rather die than think. Maybe that's the difference between success and non-success. The fact that you're here, to me, says, you know what, you do want someone else just to throw something in. Give us something, because we're sick of being on the traction of the usual stuff. Looking out, how can we get better? How can we steal the ideas from your competitors? I mean, I go into Bunnings now and I buy something and they say, would you like fries with it? All their staff have been taught, if they buy one thing, like yesterday I bought that stuff to put in the glue putty, oh, you'll need a spreading knife for that. Bang. They learn from McDonald's. You never walk out. Restaurants, I say to people in restaurants, you run to a restaurant, first thing you do, all staff. You can never walk out and come back in with nothing in your hand. You walk out and deliver a meal, there is a dirty plate, there is a dirty ashtray, there is a dirty wine glass, there is an empty bottle, there is something you will bring in back into here. You bring nothing back, you can pack up. There used to be bananas, right? There was just a banana. Then there came a banana with a bit of red wax on it. Anyone notice that? And then there was a banana with the blue wax on it. Did anyone notice that the red one was $1 more expensive than the one without the red? And the blue was $1 more again. A pound, a kilo, whatever money you're talking. What do you think the difference was? Absolutely nothing. The guy who did the red simply wanted to add a brand to his, and he thought, oh, I can just put him in this wax here, and he did. But you see, the consumer thought, they're organic. That's the reason they're red. They're organic. Therefore, they're healthier for my family, and we're all very concerned about my family's health. I'll tell you right now. The money I won't spend so we can all drink clean water, and, you know, I buy special shampoo for my hair so it doesn't destroy my roots. We all do that. And then someone said, hey, this isn't bad, and they brought out the blue, and we thought, it's even better than organic. This banana has never touched a tree. It's grown in a test tube. Now, no one ever said to them, no, it's just a banana. And we all gaily went. In fact, I reckon there were some greengrocers with a vat of red and blue out the back. And if the plain ones weren't selling, they were just dunking them in. Did they deliberately set out to deceive? No. The customer wanted to read something. They wanted a difference. They wanted a difference. And they're prepared to, and then I'll go back to unique selling proposition. Domino's, he owned about 3 or 4 pizza shops in Canada, hey? And he had 3 or 4, and he was thinking I could grow, but he needed to find out what is the unique selling proposition. So he just stood when the queues were there and he just said to people, look, I own this business. If I could do one thing for you, what would it be? So you can imagine what these Canadians said. Oh, you want to give me something? I want it at my place, I want it hot, and I want it now. And he said, right. And what's their saying? Hot in 10 minutes or it's free. Because what did he do? He said, if that's what they really want, it's my job to figure out how the hell to do it. Don't sit with a customer and say, oh, that's impossible. Oh, no. No. Take this other thing instead. Because what you're saying to the customer is you've got no idea what you're talking about. And really what you're saying is, we can't provide it, so we're going to try to sell you something else. Well, sorry, you may get me once, but you won't get me the second time. Nor all my friends, because I'll tell them. They sold me some inferior product just to get rid of me. And word of mouth is big. Someone once very wise said to me, first of all, figure out what the customer wants and give them that in spades. Over-deliver. When you've got them there, you can actually give them what they need. But don't start arguing with them. and they say, I want this, and you say, oh, that's no bleeding good, that's not, you know, because all you've done is you've said to them, you're an idiot. You're an idiot and you know nothing about what you're talking about. Somehow you have to move them, but you have to move them from want to need very gently. And sometimes it's by giving them a little bit of what they want. And then saying, by the way, you know, chips would be better with that hamburger. 20% of your customers caused 80% of your headache. What the hell are you doing with these people on your books? Oh, but we couldn't afford to lose them. And I'm saying, mate, by servicing them, you're losing any other potential customers you could have got because they are simply pains in the bum. Now, if you've got time for pains in the bum, that's great. I thought we were trying to grow a business. So I know it's harsh, but somehow you've got to have a strategy to get rid of those people. Milana Dietrich, in a day, she was making a fortune in movies, you know. That was a day of sexism. So a newspaper agent, who was a bit peeved off that a woman dare earn this amount of money, said to her, how much money do you want for making movies? And she said, I want drop dead money. And he said, what's that? And she said, I want enough money so if someone comes to me with a terrible script, I can tell them to drop dead. And the guy said, how much is that? And she said, the older I get, the less it is. You know, there was a time when you and I, when we were doing coaching, we had to physically be there. Now we coach and we do it over the internet. 4 o'clock in the morning, someone's awake in America, wants to talk to you for an hour. Hey, it's your time, let's talk. We live in a modern world now, a big world. We can do whatever we want. Remember what I said, location, understanding, connections and knowledge. We have all that. 80% of your problems, they only come from 20% of your processes. I'm not asking you to document every damn process that you've got, but I am asking that you have a broad schematic. A leads to B, leads to C, leads to D. Which one of those is the greatest pain? It's C, beauty. Let's rip C apart and find out what the hell's going on and let's improve that process.
To find out more about how to unlock the potential in your people and to bring your business into a new level of success, download the free ebook from patrickflaton.com.